I just came back from Paris and I thought I will share some practical experiences that I learned there. Because all the videos out there are somewhat misleading. So the first thing I realized is that Paris is like any other modern city, like New York or London or San Francisco. So please don't over research, over watch too many videos, guide videos. No need, just go. Okay, there is no difference. All these guides that tell you that you have to learn a little bit of French, people will become rude if you don't speak French. Absolute bullshit. People are amazing, they're very friendly, they're really nice people, and everybody speaks English. I mean, what I'm realizing, the internet is make the whole world English. So no need even bonjour or merci. Don't bother. Just English is good enough. So don't worry at all. Just go. The second thing is the travel. The public transport system in Paris is excellent. There is a very wide metro network and bus everywhere. So unless you really want to burn your euros, use the public transit. So from the airport to get into the city, you just follow the lines towards the metro. Near the metro station, you can buy a paper ticket using your credit card, 14 euros, and you get into the metro and you get off anywhere in the city. Once you are in the city, you can buy a weekly transit pass, this one. Okay, from any metro station, okay, and anytime, 24/7. So walk into a metro station, buy one of these cards, okay. It's 37.5. If you don't have the card, if you have the card and you want to reload, it's 32 euros, and that's valid from Monday through Sunday, right? And then you can next week you can reload and continue. And again, as I said, it's valid everywhere. You can go to Versailles, you can go to the airport. So once you're in the city, you can buy it in the metro station and just use it. Apparently you can buy it from on the phone also, but I tried, I couldn't register. But I like metro passes anyway. So I love metro passes. I have one for London, I have one for Calcutta, I have one for Bangalore, now I have one for Paris. So buy one of these and you can now go anywhere in Paris for the whole week. 4,000 rupees, you can't beat that. So I didn't use the taxi even once. So that is, and yeah, use the Google Maps, click on your destination, hit the direction and public transit, and Google use exact steps, exact bus number, where you have to get in the bus, where you have to change. Everything is there. So there is no need to even ask anybody. I never asked anybody anything to anybody. So transport is not a problem. 4,000 rupees, 1 week, completely taken care of, and you can use this card to return back to the airport also. So that's included. So it works up to the airport. So that's about transport. About the tours, no need to use any guide, no nothing. Okay, so there is a Paris Museum Pass, parismuseumpass.com. It's available for 2 days, 4 days, for 6 days. Okay, you start using it from the time you start using it. It's the clock starts and it's available for those either 48 hours or 64 hours or whatever, 96 hours, something like that. So the 6-day ones is 125 euros. That's about 13,000 rupees. So that's it. If you buy that, you can enter pretty much any museum in Paris or any monument in Paris, almost all of them, except a few private ones. But all the major ones that you are interested will be included, including the Versailles. And yeah, Versailles also is included. Only thing that's not included is the Eiffel Tower, for which you should book a ticket in advance because it gets very crowded, and that is 37 euros separate. So 37 euros for the Eiffel Tower, and if you buy a 6-day pass, 125, then that's it. There is nothing else required. Of course, once you enter in every museum, you have to get a audio guide, and then there is no need for any guide whatsoever. And those guides, audio guides, are much better than actual guides because you get a lot more authentic, real information than any guide can provide. So I bought that 6 day pass, which worked out very well for me because there are a lot of closures due to the heat. So I had to book, rebook, and so on. Some of the places you have to book in advance, even though you have the museum pass, you have to book a slot in advance, and there is directions how to book them. So that's it, 13,000 rupees, and you can visit anywhere in Paris with this card, the metro card, and museum pass. With 20,000, your whole Paris trip is covered. So that's very convenient actually. So buy the museum pass, that helps. And the third thing is the hotel. Of course, that's the most expensive component of your travel. It doesn't have to be though. So it depends on your choice. If you want to save money, you can very easily book a Airbnb at the outskirts of the city, and you can get it for 5,000, 6,000 rupees per night. So 7 nights, you probably can get it for 40,000, max 50,000 rupees. It's possible to get decent place. And if you book it near a metro station, then yeah, half an hour you're in the city. So there is no need to be in the city if you don't want to be, if you want to save money. I, on the other hand, prefer to be in the city. I'm going once in a lifetime, and I want to experience the city. So I don't want to save there. It's once in a lifetime, right? So I anywhere I go, both London, Istanbul, Cairo, anywhere I went, I tend to stay inside the city. I love it. So I stayed in the city as close as possible to the Notre Dame Cathedral. I mean, it's probably the hotel I stayed is probably the closest hotel to the metro, to the Notre Dame. But I picked a small hotel. I mean, a small 10 by 10. That's it. That's all you need, and a very small, the smallest possible bathroom in the world. And it's a double bed, and that's it. One of the 2 hotels I stayed, one didn't even have AC. You don't need to. So if you book a hotel like that, even inside the heart of the city, as I said, absolute in the Latin Quarter, close to the metro, Notre Dame Cathedral, I booked for one. I got for about 18,000 per night, and the other one I got 13,000 per night, and that was not livable though. So don't book that one. The 18,000 is decent. It had an AC also. The other one did not have an AC. So your choice. Either you can stay in a bigger room outside the city and spend about 6,000-7,000 per night. If you don't mind staying outside, take a Airbnb near to the metro, and that's it. Or you can stay in the city, book a small room. That's about 15 to 18,000 depending on the city, on the hotel you book. If you take a somewhat nicer one, then it will cost you about 35,000 per night. So that's about the hotel. And the final thing is food. There is no Indian restaurant in Paris. There is no Chinese restaurant in Paris. There are 1 or 2 Middle Eastern, maybe, very few. All French food, excellent food, really, really good food. I like only my own cooking, but even I like the food. But then I have the advantage. I eat everything. So I don't mind whatever they're serving. I was eating. It may be a little difficult for the vegetarian folks there. I doubt, I mean, I didn't try, but I doubt there are too many good vegetarian options. You can always try the onion soup. I think that's vegetarian, and that's delicious. So, and cheese and bread. So those are there. Pizzas are mostly vegetarian, vegetarian sandwiches. But yeah, I mean, if you really want well-cooked meal, then I don't see there are too many vegetarian options. So, but food is expensive. If you eat in a restaurant, proper restaurant or even cafe, you will spend about 20 or 30 euro for a meal, even more. So if you eat properly. I was eating like a soup and a dessert. That was almost 25 euro. So yeah, and if you take a drink, then yeah. So it will be expensive. So food is expensive. And again, if you want to really save money, then go for like sandwiches and stuff like that. but it's an experience. I like the food there and like the environment, and after a long tiring day you sit down and you eat, and it's kind of fun. So that's about the food. The final thing that I wanted to share is that it is tiring. It's physically and mentally exhausting. There is so much to see. Okay, but a word of advice: don't try to cram too many things in one day. Then you will see nothing. I mean, at two, at most three sites per day is the most you could do. Even with that, almost every day for last the 7 days that I was there, I was walking about 18, 19 kilometers per day, and with that also I couldn't cover all I wanted to cover. So, and this is just the physical strain, the walking. The mental exhaustion is even more, because you are always on alert to see the museums, the paintings, the architecture, the beauties, and absorbing all those in is hard. I mean, I wrote a blog about, sorry, I wrote a blog saying that I'm trying to see in 7 days what these people have built in 2000 years. I mean, that is almost impossible. And they have built, man, tremendous amount of beautiful, amazingly beautiful things. So it's difficult to absorb all of those stuff. And if you are an inquisitive guy like me, it's very painful. I will tell you that. It's exhausting. So be prepared to walk a lot and to rest a lot. Okay, while visiting the restaurant, sorry, museums, sit down. There's a lot of sitting areas. Sit down for a while. Give your legs a rest. Give your brain a rest. Take the phone away. Don't watch the phone. Just try to enjoy the moment. And I do that all the time. I make the mistake, but if you can avoid taking a lot of photos. They are all available on the web. Why do you have to take the photos? Take 1 or 2 photos for memories. The remainder, just use your eyes to absorb as much as you can. It's not possible to watch them later. I mean, if that's what you're thinking. I mean, they are all, again, as I said, most of those artifacts are all available on the web. There is no point you taking another photo. So for memories, it's okay to take a few photos, and some of the items I felt that I may not be able to find them on the web, so I clicked a photo so that I can research and find out about them. And some of them I'm glad that I did, because I am unable to find them on the web. But apart from that, don't try to snap a photo of every exhibit. It's not worth it, which I do all the time, by the way. Although I'm saying not to, I do it all the time, but I'm trying to avoid these days, and I'm becoming slowly successful. So again, enjoy the moment. That is more important. And relax a lot, because it is going to be tiring. It is going to be very exhausting, physically and mentally. So and the final one more time I want to emphasize, is just like any other city. Please don't be bothered by language, about all the information you got about people being rude. They are not. They're very nice people. Okay. Also about crime, about pocket mars. It's not true. It's a great city, like any other modern city. I mean, it's just just beautiful. That's all. I mean, it's just eye pleasing. It's just so beautiful. Otherwise, it's like any other place. It's very beautiful, and there are too many things to see. These are the only two complaints you can have against the city. Otherwise, there is none whatsoever. Just go, and I am sure I'm going to go there again. That's why I preserved this card, and I am very much looking forward to. Sometimes I have my visa for a year, so even with that visa, I would definitely try to go one more time. I just loved it. So yeah, please go. Thanks for watching.